My name is Samantha and welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be finishing the curtains. Let's get into it. If you haven't already watched part 1 and part 2 of the curtain series, go ahead and check those out so you know what we're talking about. If you've already watched those 2, then welcome to part 3, the final part, unless there's a part 4 of like the reveal and how it looks and all that, but final part of the creation of the curtains. We are on steps 6 and 7. I'm so excited. So, step 6 is to measure the top to the finished bottom and then mark the desired length, fold over, iron, unfold and serge the bottom, iron and fold the sewn edge 1/2 inch, 2 times fold the old crease, turn the corner on a diagonal and sew the bottom down. So essentially you're taking the bottom of it and you're folding, sewing. So that's what we need to do. I went ahead, just like in video 1, part 1, where we laid out all the tables. So I have 5 4-foot tables, so that's 20 feet. I'm gonna lay out the curtains because, you know, there might be a slightly off, so I wanna measure them out and straighten off the bottoms. And then I want them to be 17 feet, 10 inches from, I don't know, the tippy top or from the bottom of the grommet, but we'll see how this plays out, and then we'll base the bottom fold measurements off of the length that we need. So let's go lay out the curtains. Okay, we've got the curtains laid out. You see up here, this is the top, so top, this is where the grommets are gonna be. I have them pinned together, so both curtains are laying on top of each other. I went ahead and I laid them out, then I pulled them down on the bottom, I pulled them on the top, I shook them, I run my fingers over them, and like I said, I figured the bottoms would be a little wonky. So first thing is we're gonna measure real quick. So I have a 25-foot measuring tape, so it's plenty. So hopefully 17 is like somewhere up here, so we have plenty to chop off the bottom. Let's go ahead and measure 17 and 10 inches, I think it was. Okay, I've got the tape measure right here at the bottom of the stitch, and then whoo, here we've got 17 and 10 inches. I have my ruler going across here. I have my air and water soluble pen as well as the water soluble. I'll probably use the purple side, but we have this much extra, so that's plenty of extra. But what I want to do is I want to mark, I wish I would have folded it the other way, because I want to mark this on the inside so I know like this is where we want the bottom to be. So we need to trim this up, serge it, fold, up to this mark right here. So let me go ahead and like make a mark across so we know that's going to be our bottom. Okay, I went ahead and made a mark. It's not across the whole thing, but across part of it, so I know that this is where I want the bottom of the curtain to touch, as well as on the other one, and this is the air insoluble. So I need to go ahead and trim up these bottoms, clean them up, make them straight, and then we will do the folding up to this point. All right, we've got a trimmed off bottom now. It looks much cleaner. So what I need to do is I'm gonna roll up, so I guess I'm gonna roll up like the middle of it because I still need the top to do the grommets. I wonder if I should just pause here, do the grommets, because I want to like lay open the bottom. I don't know, because I need to work on the whole bottom here. So fail here. I went and I tried rolling them both up together to keep them together. I was going to do one this way and one this way while I iron them, but I don't think this is gonna work. And this thing is so heavy. So I'm gonna have to unroll it again and work on one of them at a time. All right, I've got 2 tables next to each other, so like a big square 4x4. And what I did is I did the same thing I did with the top, where I found the middle. I'm gonna match these up so that I know what the return is. And then this line right here, we're folding 1, 2 up to that line. So we need to make those creases, we need to iron it and serge the bottom. All right, we have the first fold ironed and done. So you can see here's the line. So what I did is I measured 7 inches. So the bottom of this to the line is 7 inches. And I guess I didn't cut straight because like this, I had to fold it over so I could see the line. But it's really close to the line. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna trim it down a little more. And then the next one is to fold it up to there. So that'll give us a nice thick bottom. But so I'm gonna go ahead and trim this down and then fold it up, iron again. But I'll leave these initial pins because then I want to serge before I sew this down. And for the corner here, so what it said was to take this, but to take this in at a diagonal and go up like that so that there wasn't as much bulk in the corner. But I'm going to do this to both. In case you're worried about me leaving these pins in here, these are glass head pins, so that means you can iron over them. That is why I'm okay with them being inside while I iron. Just kidding, I changed my mind again. So I ended up taking the pins out from the inside. I'm not going to serge it. It wasn't even in the instructions. I opted to add that. It's well within here. So sewing a line along the top and the bottom of here will well enclose this seam. It'll be perfectly fine and it'll save a step. I think that looks so good. And this adds good weight. If you wanted to weigh your curtains down some more, I mean, these are heavy, but you could put actual weights in here. I just realized that I'm a complete idiot. So this was supposed to be the bottom. So I need to re-iron both of them and repin because this is where this bottom crease is supposed to be. Okay, so fixed it. It's a much bigger bottom, but that's okay. Big is elegant. So this will need to be top stitched along both of these, and I need to fix the other one as well. So remember I told you guys the marker would go away by air, so it's now working to my disadvantage because I need the line to fix this. We're on to step 7, so we need to measure and mark out the grommets, and I'm going to go ahead and mark them with the same pen so that it goes away with the air, but we're going to mark them and then we'll cut them and push them through. All right, we've got 2.5 inches in, and I'm using the little grommet tool that came in the bag. There are 8 grommets. Where did I see it? Right here. 8 grommets. So it'll be the 2 are 2.5 inches in, and then the other 6 will be evenly spaced. From the center of the left to the center of the right is 48. So 48 divided by 6 is where the other grommets are going to go. 48 divided by 6 is 8. So this mark on the left was 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, but then when I got to this one, this was like 8.5, so then I try to do 8 and an eighth, like one line, and then that's the second line here, 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 and then this ended up being like 7, so what we're going to do is we're going to split the difference. So in between these 2 dots is where we're going to put each of the grommets. That looks pretty good, pretty good. Okay, I feel really dumb. I don't know what I'm doing or how my brain is not working, but there's an extra grommet because there's only 7. I feel really dumb. Okay, so these I guess I should have divided by 7 and not 6? What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's what I did. I divided it by 6. I guess I have to divide it by 7. I don't know. I feel dumb. I don't know what I'm doing wrong here. Okay, I gotta redo this, but that's fine because like I said, these are air soluble or water soluble, so I could just get some water, mark off these marks, and redo it. All right, people, we finally figured it out. It wasn't rocket science. It looks so crazy. Okay, so now you have to like cut it out, and then one side is the front and one side's the back, like see the pokey side. So I don't know, I need to read the instructions and exactly figure out what I'm supposed to do, but I know like you cut this out and then you pop them together. So I cut it out just within the lines, and putting this down, I don't think that's enough. I think I need to cut like on the line, so I need to cut a little more. But how I cut it is I just like put the fabric together like this, cut a little notch, and then cut a circle. Okay, so I cut it a little bigger, so this looks better, but I think the next time I'll cut it just within the purple, because I do worry that this is still a little too wide. So you're supposed to put the pointy side on the wrong side. So this is the right side, so I got this, and then you just push it, and you push it down with your hands. I am so nervous, but I'm gonna put it on. Oh my god, guys, look, it's on! It actually wasn't that hard. So it was hard to push it on the ground like this. There wasn't enough pressure. So I just used one of the boards. Remember where I did the 1 yard haul? I'll have that link down below. But I just put this underneath so that I could push, and I just heard the click, click, click. So it went ahead and clicked on. And it says if you want to take it off, then you just insert a flat screwdriver, tip into the slot, and you lift it up. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest. But oh, this is so exciting. Look how professional that looks. That looks so fancy. Oh, you know the only thing I'm worried about? It looks a little low. I'm wondering if I should... Okay, for this one, I'm gonna do them all like this. But for the next one, I'm gonna put them up a little higher in between the stitches. Again, not that you're gonna see it when it's 18 feet up in the air, but I want them to be even. So this one, I'm gonna do them all like this. And then the other one, I will adjust. Because there's no way I could like add the fabric and move this up. Dang it. Okay. All the grommets are on and they look fantastic. Look how good those look. Like I said, the only thing that bothers me is that they are closer to the bottom stitch than the top, but at the end of the day, it's going to be so high up in the air and they're all even, which is all that matters. So like it'll be even, but the other one, I'll be sure to put it up just the slightest bit up so it's more centered. But they look so good. Time to do the second one and then we'll be done. This one is already coming along faster because I know 2.5 and then 6 and what is that, 7/8. So boom, 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 boom. Just need to do the circles. So the template, I was just doing this bottom part to the bottom line on the other one. And then I was like, oh, okay, I'll just flip it around for this one so it'll be higher up. But then it's still not centered. So what I did is I chopped off a little bit off the top. So now the circle is actually centered within the square. Heck of a concept. And look at that. Now it actually fits between the 2 stitch lines. So now it will be centered. Second set of grommets on. So the curtains are officially done. Yay! And look, that's perfectly centered. The only thing left that I want to do is I want to iron down the sides of these to hold the return in place and then just fold them up nicely. But I am so excited. I'm not able to show you guys what they look like the whole thing until I go to the customer's house, and hopefully I could get a video of it hung up or at least a picture just to show you guys. But be sure to tune in for part 4 for that. I went ahead and, like I said, pressed the return. I didn't do it in like a measuring or super precise way. I just kind of like eyeballed an inch and kind of just felt for what felt good, and I ironed along the whole edge. I mean, it's not perfect and it's not stitched down, so it could come out, but it does make the return stay. And when I folded this over, look at that. That is quite nice. This is by no means a perfect project. I tried to do it as well as possible in the best manner that I could, but I do think that it turned out really well. I went ahead and on the bottom here, I just sewed it as a complete like circle, for lack of a better words. I just started and stopped at the same spot and tacked down the sides. So I'm gonna go ahead and fold this up nicely so I can give it back to the customer. The main portion of the curtains are done. Now what I want to do is with what got cut off, so this is trash, but this bigger portion that got cut off, I'm going to just cut the biggest size possible. So I'm going to make curtain tie backs just using what I've got here. So like have them, most of the tutorials said to make them this long, but like this is insane. You don't need that much curtain tie back, I don't feel like. I feel like that's super long. Like I feel like I could use this and then like I feel like this is an appropriate curtain tie back. I don't know, maybe I'm crazy, maybe I'm wrong. This just seems like overkill. I'm gonna square just this off. I believe 3 inches is how big I can make it. Maybe 4 inches. I don't know, 3 or 4 inches. However wide I can make both of them, the widest. So whatever the smallest portion is what we're gonna do. We're gonna sew it shut, put a little tab on it, and then we'll have some curtain tie backs. So I've got a bit of a dilemma here. So one of these, these are both cut to 4 inches wide, and the length is the same. However, like you can see right here, it's a little smaller. So either option one, I could just sew them as B, and like this will be a little messed up, which I don't like, or I could cut it 3 inches. I might just cut it 3 inches so that we can have the length, because if I don't use this portion and I want to make them both the same, we lose this much. So we lose like 3 inches. So I think it's better to have them not as wide than long. I think we should keep the length as much as possible. All right, they're 3 inches wide now. We're gonna go ahead and sew up 3 sides, stick the tab in, sew them shut. Okay, I'm an idiot. So I went ahead and stitched and turned it right side out, and I noticed like, okay, I'm gonna add the tie on this side. Duh, you need a tie on both sides so that you can, you know, tie it back. So yeah, so I can't leave this just on the fold like this. I need to cut it open. Duh, I don't know. My brain is just not working. I don't know what I'm doing. Alrighty, let's try this again. And look how much this fabric frays. It's insane. Okay, let's take 2. Okay, the big pieces are ironed, so now I need to make the little tabs for inside. I didn't have something wide enough, so I just double cut, sewed it together. I'm gonna press this open, and then I'm gonna like double fold towards the center, like this, like fold, fold it over, you know, sew it down. Okay, I'm gonna say it again. I'm an idiot. I only made 2. I need 4 of them. I told you, I do not know what my brain is thinking. I don't know. Okay, these are pretty stinking cute though. So I just slid them in here. I need to go ahead and stitch across here and make 2 more. There we go, 2 functioning tie backs. All right, these guys were a little more complicated than I intended, but I got them done. They're a nice little thank you and addition gift made out of the scraps that I can give to the customer. Even if she doesn't use them, who cares? At least she has them. But let me know what you think about this project in the comments down below. Do you think I should make another set of curtains? Do you think I should end my curtain journey? I have a lot of feedback that I'll give to you guys in a part 4. This is the end of constructing the curtains, but there will be a part 4 reveal, pros and cons, all that sort of deal that I know you guys like. So we'll talk about all that in the next video. If you have any questions about the curtains, leave them in the comments down below. I can answer them in the final part. But yeah, I'm so happy that they're complete. I cannot wait to see what they look like hung up. I wish I had a way to see it. I don't know until they're hung up in the space that they belong, because they're so tall. I don't have anywhere to just test them out. But anyways, it's been a really fun project, and I can't wait to share the end result with you guys. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and have a wonderful day.